Welcome back, listeners. You're tuned in to Bookcast, where we break down one chapter at a time. I'm Jenny, and with me as always is my co-host and fellow seeker of money truths, Alex.
Hey everyone, good to be back. Jenny, today's topic is Save Money. Straightforward title, but something tells me Morgan Housel is going to flip it on its head, right?
Absolutely. This chapter is deceptively simple, but it's one of the most practical and foundational ideas in the book. Housel argues that saving money is way more powerful than most people think, and we often overlook it in favor of flashier strategies, like investing or earning more.
Interesting, because we live in a culture obsessed with how to make more money, not necessarily how to save more.
Exactly. But Housel says building wealth has little to do with your income or investment returns, and lots to do with your savings rate. He makes the case that you don't need to earn a fortune or pick the perfect stock. What you do need is the ability to spend less than you make, consistently.
So, saving is like the quiet hero. Not glamorous, not flashy, but incredibly effective.
Yes. And here's what's fascinating. Housel says that savings is the gap between your ego and your income. So it's not just about income. It's about self-control, patience, and even identity.
That line really struck me. Like, if you feel the need to prove how successful you are, you'll end up spending more and saving less, right?
Exactly. Because saving money isn't about being frugal. It's about having options. It's about buying yourself time, freedom, and resilience.
So what's the mindset shift here? How should people start thinking about saving?
Here are a few big mental shifts Housel suggests. Savings equals freedom. It gives you flexibility to walk away, pivot careers, or handle surprises. You don't need a reason to save. Save because you never know what's coming. Plans change, life throws curveballs. Saving is more reliable than investing. You can't control markets, but you can control how much you put aside.
I love that middle point. Most of us save for something, like a house or a trip. But Housel says it's okay to save for nothing in particular, just to be ready.
Exactly. He calls it a kind of financial buffer against the unknown. And honestly, that buffer is priceless. He even says, savings without a spending goal gives you options and flexibility, the ability to wait, and the opportunity to pounce. It gives you time to think. It lets you change course.
So the value of saving isn't just in the money, it's in the freedom it creates.
That's it. He talks about this idea that building wealth is more about your behavior than your brilliance. You don't have to be a genius stock picker. You just have to save consistently and avoid self-sabotage.
That's empowering. Because let's be honest, most people don't feel like experts when it comes to investing. But saving? That's something you can control right now.
Exactly. Housel really hammers that home. You can build wealth without a high income, but you have no chance without a high savings rate. And that's such a hopeful message, especially for people who aren't in tech or finance, or don't have six-figure salaries.
It's like saving is a form of quiet defiance. A way of saying, I don't need to keep up with everyone else. I'm playing a longer game.
I love that. And it is defiant. In a world that encourages us to consume constantly, saving is a way of reclaiming control.
Okay, let's talk real-world strategies. How can someone actually increase their savings rate, especially if they're already feeling tight?
Great question. A few things Housel would suggest. Track your spending. Awareness is powerful. Automate savings. Make it non-negotiable, like a bill you pay to your future self. Don't chase lifestyle inflation. Just because you earn more doesn't mean you have to spend more. Redefine wealth. It's not what you show, it's what you keep.
That last one is so key. If we stop tying our identity to our spending, it gets easier to save.
Totally. And one more point Housel makes. Saving gives you the power to say no. No to toxic jobs, no to risky loans, no to desperation. It's not just money, it's leverage.
So, if I'm hearing you right, the big takeaway here is Saving is the foundation of financial confidence.
Perfectly put. And here's the one-liner I'd leave everyone with from this chapter. You don't need a high income, you need a high savings rate.
Powerful stuff. So let's throw it to our listeners. What's one thing you've learned or done to increase your savings? Or a moment when savings gave you freedom you didn't expect? Drop it in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else.
And as always, if this conversation resonated with you, hit like, share it with a friend, and subscribe to @BookcastPod. Next up, Chapter 11, Reasonable and Rational, where we explore why being reasonable with money beats being technically perfect.
That one's going to flip the money is all math mindset on its head. Thanks for joining us. And remember, saving is your superpower. Use it well.